VC, what's going on? It's been a little bit. Been busy with work and just life and holiday, you know what I mean. Everything's busy, but it's been a while. I'm getting a big stack that I need to show. Today's video, and actually it's going to be two parts I'm going to do. I'll probably release the other one later this weekend or something. Or I don't even know what date it is. I've been off for a week already, and I'm off till January 6th. So yeah, it's been a nice break. A lot of time to clean up the music room. You know, it's been slacking a little bit, you know, just getting everything ready, and been cleaning a lot of records and getting them in. But so yeah, this video and the next one are going to be a two-part series. I found a seller on eBay, like I always do, you know, just searching jazz records or whatever, you know, whatever records. And he had just started, I think he owned a record store in like Minnesota or something, and this guy's jazz collection was pretty good, I gotta say. So he just started listing a lot of records, and I kept buying them. And so I would bundle the shipping and everything like that. So all in all, I think I ended up buying about 60 records from this one seller on eBay. I mean, we're talking, these were like, a lot of these were mostly $3. I think the most expensive record I bought, which was $40, and I'll show you which one that was, because, I mean, it was a deal, obviously. I passed on a couple that I really kicked myself now because they were worth, you know, quite a bit, but I just didn't want to spend the money at the time. But he was very fair on the pricing, and so these are all the ones I got. Yeah, I'm going to do half now and then half in a little bit. So the first one, starting off with the jazz singers. It's going to be Anita O'Day on Verve. A lot of people don't like jazz, you know, singing, I guess you could say. Like her, Blossom Dearie, or Billie Holiday. I'm a fan. I like jazz, jazz singing, so yeah, it was nice to pick this up. I didn't have any Anita O'Day in my collection, so. Next one, this is probably my second favorite of the bunch. This is Anita O'Day, Lady and the Tramp, or Lady is a Tramp, I'm sorry. Also on Verve. Just a really nice record. I can't remember who the backing band on this one is. Roy Eldridge, Cecil Payne, Ralph Burns. Yeah, nice little group back here. One of these, I can't remember which one it was, has a really good group backing her up. This is, I think, her second album or third album, Anita O'Day. It's just titled Sings. I can't remember which group is on here. Anyways, just another lovely album from her. If you like jazz singing, definitely check her out. Also on the Verve label. And one thing with this seller, I don't know, his last name wasn't Kolstad, but they all had like these labels up here. They all came from the same collection that this guy must have bought from someone who had just a crazy jazz collection, because it said like the Kolstad collection on it or something like that, so it was pretty neat. Alright, the next artist I got here really needs no introduction, and this is probably the most of one artist that I bought, but these are all albums I didn't have from him. I have quite a few, but this is Bill Evans' New Conversations. This is from I think the 70s, yeah, 1978. It's on Warner Brothers. Still good, not his best. Nice little promo. He does acoustic and electric on here. I'm trying to see who else he played with on this. I can't find it right now, but like I said, for the price I paid, you know, a couple, $3 or whatever, I'll definitely pick it up. But like I said, not my favorite from Bill Evans. The next one, however, is a big one for me. This is Bill Evans, Everybody Digs, original mono pressing, Riverside, with the italic letters and everything. Yeah, this is the most I spent from a record from this seller, but it was definitely worth it because this goes for quite a bit more. All these records are VG Plus shape. I mean, somebody took care of these. The jacket's nice. Everything is nice on it. I mean, just like a little bit of damage right there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Just a terrific record. Bill Evans, Sam Jones, Philly Joe Jones. This is his first album on Riverside, I believe. Just beautiful, beautiful album. Very lucky to get that one. Next one also with Bill Evans. Further Conversations with Myself. Kind of talking a lot on this one. It's kind of follow-up to Conversations with Myself, which I already have. I did not have this one, so very cool to pick this one up. Yeah. Even does a Santa Claus is Coming to Town on this one, so maybe I'll put that on for the holidays. Next one is a OJC repress. This guy had a lot of OJC represses, which isn't a bad thing, especially if since I didn't have a lot of these to begin with. This isn't a terrible or terribly expensive record to get normally, like a original pressing, but I just haven't sought it out. I don't really seek out records. I just, you know, if I find a good deal on one, I'll buy it. So this is Know What I Mean, Cannonball Adderley with Bill Evans. Beautiful, beautiful album from two greats, Cannonball and Bill. So obviously Cannonball Adderley on the sax, Bill Evans on piano, Percy Heath on bass, Connie Kay on drums. Very nice. Like I said, for a couple bucks, I couldn't pass this up. And all the later albums like that are all near mint. Here we go. This is Bill Evans, New Jazz Conceptions. Oh, and I apologize. This is his first album on Riverside. This is actually his first album where he was a band leader. So this is an OJC repress of that. Terrific, terrific album. Bill Evans, Teddy Kotick, and Paul Motion, who I really, really love on drums. It's from 1956. It was recorded in New York. So definitely check this one out. I don't know if I'll be getting an original pressing of this for a while. They can go for a little bit of money, but if one comes my way, who knows? All right, this is a later album from him, but still lovely. It's Bill Evans, Symbiosis. What year is this from? 1974. So this is on the, what is it, the Pausa label, P-A-U-S-A. Kind of a cool little logo with the American flag. Let's see, it's kind of like a whole orchestra set up like, he's got several people, Phil Woods, Hubert Laws playing some flutes, goes on and on. It's a lovely album from the 70s. As you can see, he's kind of starting to grow out his hair a little bit there. Directed by Klaus Ogerman, the orchestra anyway. So, pretty nice. This album I've been looking for a while. The original, they don't go for a lot of money either, but I just didn't want to pay up for it, I guess, or it wasn't a top on my want list. But it's Art Farmer and Bill Evans. I think it's Modern Art was the original. Yeah, see, that's the original cover right there, and this one's like a snapshot of it. So this is like an 83 repress on Pausa. Sounds great. Art Farmer, Bill Evans, Benny Golson, Addison Farmer, and Dave Bailey. Terrific, terrific repress here. Like I said, couple bucks, couldn't let it pass. And the last one from Bill Evans, repress of Undercurrent, which is just everybody knows. This is a repress on Solid State. I think the original was on, is it Warner Brothers? I don't know. I'm trying to think right now. Really nice. Yeah. Oh no, United Artists. I'm sorry, United Artists. So, very nice album. You guys all know the cover. It's kind of a. This one's more of a drawing, it seems like, but yeah, it sounds great as a repress, and yeah, nice to have. All right, so more from jazz singers. So if you don't like jazz singers, fast forward a couple minutes here. Billie Holiday, Lady in Satin. One of my favorites from her. I think this is a, pretty sure this one's a repress as well. This has got the, you know, Columbia writing all the way around, not the 360 stereo. Just a lovely album. I'm trying to see if it says who plays on here with her. Just says Ray Ellis and his orchestra. So some of the jazz records, the singers, they kind of explain to you, you know, who was in the group. Some of them, you know, are well-known, you know, quintets or quartets, but not all the time. So very nice record. An older one of hers, Billie Holiday, Music for Torching. His original clef. Once again, just beautiful singing as usual from Billie. Let's see if this one kind of says. No, but this one has It Had to Be You on here, which was one of her favorites. Harry Edison plays, Jimmy Rolls, Benny Carter, Larry Bunker, and John Simmons. So, yeah, nice little group backing her on this. Another Billie on Verve, All or Nothing at All. I don't think I've actually listened to this one yet. I haven't listened to several of these because, as you can tell, I got 60 of them, so. It's on Verve. Another nice one. It's another clef. I think this is a repress on the Verve label. I don't think I listened to this one yet either. Alright, moving along. Let's see here. Yeah. Flute Souffle, Herbie Mann and Bobby Jasper. I got this more for the Bobby Jasper aspect. Love Bobby Jasper. Let's see who else plays on here with them. Tommy Flanagan as well, Bobby Donaldson and Wendell Marshall. It's a beautiful album. Don't be turned off when you see flute in jazz. I was kind of on the fence for a while, but I really enjoy it. So his original Prestige was the West 50th Street address. Nice record. This record is not terribly expensive, but definitely one I wanted. Ray Charles, Genius and Soul. It's the original Impulse. Actually, the second record they ever made, A-2. So now I have like A1 through A4, which is kind of neat, I guess, Not something that I seek out, but kind of nice to have, Roland Kirk. Now Please Don't You Cry, Beautiful Edith. Pretty cool cover there. Some of Roland's stuff can get into the free jazz territory. This one is just kind of right before he starts getting a little crazy with the free jazz, but still just a little bit. So it's I guess you could say accessible for people that don't like the full free jazz experience. Next one, Lars Gullin. That's on the MRC label with that little DJ looking guy there. Kind of a cool label. I always enjoyed that one. Let's see here. Carl Henrik Noren, who kind of made some stuff on Steeplechase later on. Yeah, just a very nice album. The Chico Hamilton Trio. Pacific Jazz. Chico Hamilton, George Duvier, Jim Hall. So very nice. I love the Pacific Jazz label. Obviously made famous by Chet Baker, but they had some great stuff on it. Jerry Mulligan. Next one is a nice OJC repress. I had heard this album before, but never seen one in a while, or even online really. I hadn't really sought it out either, but this is Harold Land Quintet Groovin', or Grooveyard, I'm sorry. It looks like the, I don't know if that's the Watts Towers or not in LA. I'm not sure. Rolf Erickson on trumpet, Carl Perkins on piano, Leroy Vinegar, and Frank Butler on drums. Always good to find one from Mr. Konitz. Very cool. It's terrific, terrific. Anything I see from Mr. Konitz, I start picking it up right now. I've just been really enjoying his smooth kind of jazz approach. Kind of before the hard bop kind of came in, just nice, smooth, mellow. Another one on the Pacific Jazz label, or World Pacific, I guess you could say. Lorindo Almeida. Also Bud Shank, Roy Hart, Harry Babison play on this. Very, very nice World Pacific label. Next one, another OJC, the John Eardley 7. Zoot Sims, Phil Woods, Milt Gold, Teddy Kotick, and Nick Stabulas, who I'm not terribly familiar with. He was in the Jerry Mulligan quintet or quartet for a while, and then before he started making his own. But he played with Chet Baker. He played with all those Pacific Jazz guys for a while, John Eardley. Great trumpet player, so very nice OJC repress. As is this one, Curtis Fuller, new trombone. I just spun this the other day. Even my wife, who doesn't like jazz, kind of listened to it and was like, wow, sounds kind of good. Curtis Fuller, Sonny Red, Kiner, Doug Watkins, Louis Hayes, and Hank Jones. Terrific album. New ones of this will set you back quite a bit. So this was nice to get for a couple bucks. All right. Next one from another jazz singer. Can't remember what album of hers this is. This is Blossom Dearie. May I Come In? Still on the hunt for her original album. It can go for quite a bit. And I think this one had a pretty good backing group on this one, if I'm not mistaken. I guess I am mistaken because I can't find it on here. So, but yeah, lovely, lovely, more jazz singing album. If you like that, if that's your thing. If not, don't pick it up. All right, next, the Red Garland Quintet. With, let's see here, Blue Mitchell, Pepper Adams, Sam Jones, and Philly Joe Jones. Great album. This is a early 60s repress on Jazzland. I think the original was like an orange label, stereo. This is beautiful. Lovely album. Pick it up. Anything with Red Garland, you got to get it. It's terrific. And usually you can find one where Coltrane plays with them, which is kind of nice. As is this one, nice OJC repress, A Garland of Red. Red Garland, Paul Chambers, and Art Taylor. He always had just great players with him, surrounded himself with great musicians. Nice to have. Kind of surprised when this one popped up. This seller, Red in Bluesville. Original press in there on a Prestige label. Man, what a killer record. Terrific shape. It's got Red Garland, Sam Jones, and Art Taylor again. So, like I said, he surrounded himself with great musicians. Very nice to have that. Oh, I'm losing it here, guys. My stack is falling. All right, so just a couple more in this batch, and then the next one, Chet Baker. It's one of his CTI releases. She Was Good to Me. Hubert Laws, Paul Desmond, Bob James, Ron Carter, and Jack DeJohnette. Very nice CTI release that he had. And yeah, you kind of have to open this up all the way, but you can see kind of the face there. Otherwise, you kind of look at it and you're like, what is that? All right, I've been seeing this one before, but I never pulled the trigger. Like I said, for the pricing I'm getting these for, I couldn't let all these pass. You know, hurt the wallet a little bit, but this is a jazz tour of NATO countries, Chet Baker in Europe on a Pacific Jazz label. Chet Baker, Jimmy Bond, Peter Littman, Richard Twarsdick on piano. Very nice. Like I said, I'd seen this before, but never picked it up. All right, and last one, Chet Baker Chet. A lot of people don't like this due to, actually, sorry, wrong one. This is one I'll show the next one. But yeah, this is a beautiful album. Chet Baker, Herbie Mann, Pepper Adams, Bill Evans, and Kenny Burrell, Paul Chambers, and Philly Joe Jones. So this is recorded in 2 separate sessions. Lovely album. I never even see OJC represses of this, so this was nice to find. This even still worth a little bit of bucks, as the first one goes for quite a bit. So yeah, very cool. Love Chet Baker. You guys know that if you watch my channel for a while. But hope all is well, and yeah, I'll come at you with another update here probably later this weekend with the second half. So yeah, take care, guys.